if you correct it now, maybe there is a nice girl out there for you, or maybe not, or maybe there's a lady boy. And you know what? Out here, you can't even tell the difference. So just go and have some fun. So of all of the questions I get, of all the comments I get across this YouTube channel, my TikTok channel, the platforms where I speak about my life here in Thailand, undoubtedly the number one sincere question, not the trolls, the number one sincere comment is, where do I meet a good Thai girl? Now, if you're new to this channel, I am a very happily married man with a small 3-year-old baby. The girl who's loitering around in the background of most of my videos, that is my wife. No secrets, no hints, nothing like that. Oh, is that girlfriend back there, mate? No, that is my wife. I'm very open about the fact that I'm married, but with that openness does come some ridiculous assumptions. But this isn't a video about that. I've made that cynical video before. This video is to actually help people, because I do occasionally get a sort of worthwhile comment of people saying stuff like, maybe the guys who frequent certain places in Thailand are lonely. Now, I don't think those places that they frequent, I assume everybody knows where we are talking about here. I don't think those are the most logical places to go when you are lonely. Of course, you're going to get some company there, but I don't think it's a long-term solution for your loneliness. Let me offer my 2 cents as a legend who has married a Thai successfully without all of the additional baggage. I shouldn't have to explain that, but I mean, I know that that is the assumption that a lot of people will be clicking on this video with, so I might as well just dispel that. I haven't had to go through certain avenues in order to make this marriage happen, nor would I. We are just a normal, happy couple. As you know, there are many normal, happy couples out here in Thailand. But if you are genuinely curious, if you're genuinely, all cynicism aside, all trolling aside, genuinely clicking on this video thinking, where can I actually meet a good girl? 2 main pieces of advice I can give you. Number 1, unfortunately, and I don't think it's your fault, you've probably got the wrong mindset that good girls out here are a rarity. Heard stories about certain women taking certain men for rides, taking a little bit of their money, etc. But you could find those stories in the UK if you wanted to. You could find those stories in America. You could find those stories in any country in the world. Now here, it's very in your face. Time industry, it's very in your face. It's very obvious. There's not hiding it. In Japan, for example, an area called Kabuchiko. All the same sort of stuff, guys. But Kabuchiko also has another side where, you know, it's got the flashy lights. It's got a little Godzilla head hanging out of a building. So people sort of ignore what's actually going on there predominantly in favor of the fact that, oh, Japan's a great society. Japanese people are so nice. These are small pockets of society. But obviously, if you go to Nana Plaza or Soy Cowboy, that doesn't have Godzilla hanging around. You pretty much know what you're getting yourself into. So advice number 1, if you are genuinely out here and you're feeling lonely, you're looking for a good woman who isn't going to take you for a ride, any place you go to, any establishment out here or anywhere else where you are being called handsome, hello handsome man, hey sexy boy, before you've even made eye contact with the girl, that probably isn't your future wife. I may be wrong here, maybe she just likes you, maybe she likes you a lot, but she is probably saying that to around 10 to 20,000 guys per night, hoping that some of them take the bait, go inside, buy her a drink, and then she's doing her job for the night. And there's nothing wrong with these girls, by the way. I've got nothing against these girls. They're making a living. What people do privately is their choice, but I'm just saying that is how it works. So if you are genuinely out thinking, where am I going to find my future wife, my future girlfriend? Those aren't the places. You don't go to those places. Where do you go? Well, where would you go in Manchester, England? You certainly wouldn't go to a brothel. You'd have to find somewhere that is suitable for your tastes. Because presumably, if that place is suited to your taste, then it will be suited to their taste if they are in there as well. Maybe a nice live music bar, maybe a library if you like reading books. You know what? People out here read books. There are libraries too. I'm not saying go to the library. What I'm saying is we need to stop thinking that there's this magical room of good girls all lined up. Sure, there's rooms where the girls are lined up, but they aren't the good girls. That's the whole point. People just think to themselves that they have to go to these places. Like, I have to go to Pattaya. I have to go to Patong. I have to go to Nana. These are the places that men, especially single men, have to go. But you know, if I was in Manchester right now, I wouldn't be going for a walk down in Ancoats in the back streets at 2:30 in the morning, thinking that I was going to meet a nice girl there. If you're from Manchester, you'll know what I mean. Whenever you make these types of videos, you always get people who, I think what it is they get offended because it's like you're kind of describing what they're doing. But I'm not trying to offend anyone. If that's your social life, that's cool. I'm not trying to judge anyone. I don't care. I'm trying to help the people who may genuinely have had their mind conditioned by what they see online. Every single girl's out here to steal your money. Every single girl's a working girl. Don't even bother dating girls, because at the end of it, you're going to get a bill for everything that you owe them. The biggest contradiction about Thailand is all these people, especially these influencers who come out here and they're like, oh, the thing I love most about Thailand is the Thai people. They're so warm and kind. And if you get into a relationship with one, suddenly you're a sex tourist. You know, it's just a crazy contradiction. And I'm going to tell you, where did I meet my wife? A good girl, educated, kind, funny, loving, never asked me for a penny in my life. Where did I meet her? Japan. She grew up in Japan. We've moved here. And a child, we thought it would be better to be in one of our countries. I've made videos about that before as well. I don't know. I'm not going to advise you where to meet your future wife. But what I'm going to say is, if you go in with your guard up, your shield up, expecting to get shit on every time you have a conversation with someone, that's probably because you're putting yourself in scenarios where you are likely to get shit on. Maybe if I take this girl that I met in a bar, a certain kind of bar, out on a date, maybe she'll be different with me. No, she's not going to be different with you. It's going to be exactly the same as every other guy that she's dated. And that's not her fault, because you know what you're getting yourself into. Take some accountability. If you're coming to Thailand, if you're in Thailand, you're struggling to meet women. You're struggling to meet good women. It's not because they're not out there. It's probably because you are looking in the wrong places. You are narrowing your field, making it so small. And what is in that small field is a lot of the same. And you know what? You're not the first guy who's made that mistake. You're not the last guy who'll make that mistake. But if you correct it now, maybe there is a nice girl out there for you, or maybe not, or maybe there's a lady boy. And you know what? Out here, you can't even tell the difference. So just go and have some fun. Hope this has been helpful for somebody out there. I'm not in the mood to argue, guys. Don't bother with your trolling comments. I'll just delete them. But anyone who's genuinely curious, anyone who has any questions about life here in Thailand, my situation is my situation. I don't know how you're going to meet a girl, do I? Let's be honest. I'm just giving you some advice. I know where you're probably not going to meet a girl. Most of you get that. And if it's a surprise to you, but I've opened your eyes, then you'll be all the better for it. Have a great day, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, etc. Let's have a conversation. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.